Hey guys, welcome back to Sho-Me Tint. I got a little thing we're doing I wanted to show you real quick. It's a question I get asked all the time. Can you put paint protection over vinyl wrap? That's something that is, not super common, but when you invest a lot of money into wrapping your vehicle, like this Tesla Model X, and you really love the color, you love how it looks, you don't want to get rock chips, the next step is paint protection. And we've done it. We've done several vehicles where we fully wrapped. After we've done color wrap, of vinyl wrap, we then wrap the car in paint protection, especially if it's a rare color. We actually have 3 vehicles here that we're doing paint protection over a vinyl wrap. So I wanted to show you how to do it. If you wanted to do it yourself, you didn't want to spend the money to bring it down here, and you wanted to try to get it there, we can make it happen. Basically what we're going to do is take you through a few steps on how we would do this, how you should be doing it. A little bit of work that goes into it. You're going to see the fun process. I love it. I think it's super fun. I probably need to get a better hobby, but I really love my job, so I'm excited to do this for you. What we're going to do is we're going to put paint protection on this hood, Tesla Model X. We're going to take you through the process. We've cleaned it a couple times. Andre just got done cleaning it. We're going to hit it. We hit it with some spray wax. That kind of keeps the film a little more fluid. It's a little more sticky. The adhesive grabs a little faster. I thought maybe we'd burn through it real quick and have a little fun doing it. And yeah, so here we go. See if you can pay attention. Maybe if you love it, maybe you can come down here and get a job or something. That'd be cool. We can do a little bit more. So the first step we're gonna do is we're gonna use water and soap. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna wet down the hood. So we've already wet it down once. We've cleaned it a couple times. We're gonna get this super soapy. You can see the soap kind of just piling up. Now we've already cleaned it, so you can see how the water's just running off of it everywhere, right? Now we're just gonna peel the film and put it on the car, and then it's gonna be done. It's super easy. Anybody can do this, I would imagine. They do sell kits and stuff. We have a bulk piece, so this is straight off the roll. This is like straight from the butcher block. And it's a non-cap piece. We order it non-cap, means no protection on the other side. So we're gonna peel this off in a bulk area. That way we can control how much is going to wrap underneath the hood. We can have extra to stretch around, so it's a lot more friendly for what we do. But they do make kits for this also. We're just preferring to use a bulk piece on hoods. We do a lot of bulk hoods, a lot of kits on our bumpers and stuff like that. This is the backer sheet, and what that does is protect the adhesive. So once we do this, once we start peeling this, it's go time. Everybody's all hands on focus because the film is at its highest risk amount right now. And it can be exposed to dust in the air, everything's floating around. We're thinking about all that right now. We're thinking about all the stuff that could happen to this film because this is our money. If we mess this up, we basically lose our profit in the job. So we're trying to do our best job possible as quickly as possible because we do not want contaminants. We're soaping up the adhesive, we soaped up the car, so we're applying equal parts to make sure that when we put the material over there, it goes on super smooth, super easy, super fluid. We're gonna stretch it on one time. What this is doing is preventing the adhesive to activate once we put it on the car. So like if you've ever touched a piece of tape, it sticks to your thumb right away. If it was wet, it wouldn't stick to it. This is gonna give us a few seconds to get it in the right spot. And you'll see us during the process adding water to try to keep it from sticking. So here we go. And there's a lot of steps to this. We typically use a 4-corner stretch to apply most of our hood. 4-corner stretch, we're gonna take our tack bottles, which are just basically water, no solution, right? No slip. And we're gonna tack it to the fenders, and me and Andre's gonna work as a team to stretch it across. Right now, Dakota's spraying it to warm up the material and keep the material as fluid as possible. We're trying to make sure this is as pliable as possible. The film has a memory and it's always trying to go back to how it was. So ready, pull? We're gonna tack it together. All right, I'm tacking this to the fender. I'm tacking the adhesive. It's good and gripped. And the reason it needs to be anchored here is because we're doing a 4-corner stretch. And if you imagine the hood, if you kind of zoom out a little bit, I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 corners in this hood. It's a 4-corner stretch. We got the first 2 set. We're gonna go to the bottom 2 right now. You guys ready? And now see how it started to glass out? Look, so it's all evenly dispersed everywhere. The material is spread out. There's no bulk in it. And we're gonna tack these corners down to the other body parts of the car. And what that's doing is just kind of holding the film in this place, which is super, it seems like it's super self-explanatory. We want it to be ready to go down, and we want it to go down fluidly, because if paint protection could be done the first time, every time, one swipe, no contaminants, that's what you want. And right now what we're doing is we're pushing out the extra fluid, the extra mounting solutions that we've used of your choice that's in between the film and the car. We're just pushing out the excess moisture. We're trying to do it as quickly as possible because right now, if you think about it, the material is trying to bond. Right now, what I'm creating is what's called like an air escape or air channel escape. Make sure that it goes out fluidly. Really got to watch it. Like look right here where I push that. You got a little air in there. And there's a lot of things I could get into that I'm doing right now. But for your first one, I would definitely just focus on getting it on there. A little hot water on the top. Okay. Is that good? Is that air? Okay. No, you're good. You're good. Just like, it's a little different when you're laying like on top of vinyl than paint. In the grand scheme of things though, this is a relatively easy hood. Okay, there we go. You want to make sure that you're not leaving any air behind. For me, this excess water that's on there, I try to keep it off there. Because like, see how you didn't see that before? If you left that on there, it wouldn't dry out, right? It'd be stuck in your installation forever. And so we want to make sure that we get all that out while we're doing it. Because there's no going back. Once the adhesive is mounted and it's on there, a lot of times we like to work as teams. You know what I mean? Like it's good to have a friend. There's a lot of people that do it themselves, but we like to work as a team when we're handling the bigger pieces. That way we can spread the work out, you know, control the material a little easier. Now, if you've done it correctly, it seems like there's nothing on there. The next step is to start removing the excess material around the edges. So now that you've got the middle laid and you want to check your surface and make sure that you don't see any imperfections due to an improper installation. Like we're checking to make sure that nothing got left behind, no air, water, fluid, or anything like that we would need to address. Now we're gonna go through and get rid of all the excess material so we can wrap all the pieces around the panels. There are kits that will like go to the edge, you know? We prefer to wrap all the panels we can. That way you don't see the edge of the material, you don't see it on the vehicle. And it also keeps dust and dirt from getting in the middle of there and messing it up. You know, so. And what I'm gonna do here is, like for me, this is how I do it. I like to take this finger and I'll use that as a guide. And it's helping me create a nice even cut all the way across. And it's kind of like a brace, if you will, to keep my blade in the same position and the same depth. And what that helps me do is create a nice even cut. So when we fold it underneath the vehicle, it looks professional. You know what I mean? That's what you want. You know what I mean? You're trying to do the best job possible. We love doing good work. The challenge of doing this is the best part for me. Like honestly, now that we're getting to the edge, we're like washing the soap out of the edge, right? Because we want it to stick now. Now it's time for it to lay down. So I'm just kind of making sure all that's going to be out of the way. It's not weeping back into the panel. But before you start folding all these edges over, you really want to start at the corners. The corners are where all the materials are going to meet up. Okay, there we go. There's 1, 2, 3. All together, as a team, it's coming together. So a good way to start your corners is to wash out the fluid, stretch it under. You're like taking this, you're putting it under. There's a lot of different methods on corners, which will probably have like a multiple video of the different corner options. I prefer to take it, stretch it under. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it right where the film's about to touch. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna like V it out away from the panel. That way your corner's wrapped. You won't see the edge up here like you'll see on some installations. And then we're gonna take our fluid and we're gonna put it under it and we're gonna like fold it under. And see how this gets all that out of the way? Let me show you one that, say if we didn't do that and we did all the corners first, then you're gonna end up with this big, nasty like bulk stuff in your corner. And your corners have to be smooth along with everything else. Super important, I think, to the installation. But there's 1,000 ways to do this. There's probably a bunch of people that do it differently. I would love to hear from you guys if you want to comment in there or teach me something. I'm down to learn. I love learning stuff. I feel like we're learning every day in this industry. My guy Philip Chan out there, he's out there killing it, really killing it. Guys, looks like we're all wrapped up. It went super smooth, honestly. We didn't even have to do a bunch of edits. That was nice. Well, this is the piece we saw us putting on. It went super flawless. We're super happy with the installation. You can see that all the edges are super rolled tight. Everything looks nice. It looks like nothing's on there. And you can do that too. You can do it at home. You can try it. You can bring it to us. You can bring it to a local professional. I just wanted you to have a little insight for people that wants to try it at home. You know what I mean? I love that kind of stuff. I love people that want to work on their cars, and if you have a passion for it, you do it, and you want to learn more about it, feel free to stop in. We love talking about cars and the process. We're thankful we get to do this job, and I'm sure if you tried it, you'd love it too. So, and if not, if you want it, rather us do it, we'd be happy. What do you guys think? Does it look good? Do you love it? Comment in there. Tell me what you think. You know what I mean? And if you have any questions or a better way to do it, or it's a big community out there. There's a bunch of us that do paint protection, and we like sharing knowledge and tools and tricks and tips and growing the industry. If there's anything you need, or if you were trying it and you need a comment in there. Comment if you have a question. If you're in the middle of doing it right now and you're like, dude, send us a message or whatever. We'll be happy to help. We'll jump right back at you. You talk to me personally. I'll be like, hey, dude, what's up? Let's do this. Hit me up. We're happy. Thanks for checking it out. There's going to be plenty more fun how-to videos. I've got in my mind just rolling all day with stuff I want to show you, and I hope you tune in and check it out. So make sure you subscribe and like it. We'll be happy to show it to you. Well, I appreciate you checking out the channel, guys. You have a good day. Thanks.